Do you guys want to do mic checks and names and titles and spellings?
Yes.
You want to do it now? You ready? All right. Robert Kenney, Kenney, President, Xcel Energy Colorado. And my colleague.
Holly Velasquez Horvath, VELASQUEZ HOR, V as in Victor, ATH, Regional Vice President, State Affairs and Community Relations.
Well, thank you all for being here. As you know, we're experiencing a very unusually high wind event, and we're taking certain actions to protect public safety. You've had an opportunity to read the press release we put out, and we just wanted to take this opportunity to answer additional questions that you might have about why we're doing what we're doing and what we're doing.
What went into the decision What went into this decision?
So what went into the decision, as you can see around us, we have very high winds that are starting. We expect those winds to be potentially record-setting of up to 100 miles an hour. And that is why we're taking these additional precautions to protect public safety and to minimize the risk of wildfire starting attributable to our equipment.
What specific areas is this going to be affecting?
So we have about 6 counties that are implicated that can expect to have their power de-energized for public safety purposes. So it's Boulder, Gilpin, Jefferson, Larimer, Broomfield, and I said Gilpin? And Douglas, yes, in Douglas County. So 6 counties, up to 55,000 customers out of our 1.6 million electric customers.
People who depend on medical equipment, who depend on power for medical equipment, what are you advising for them?
So we've made every effort to do outbound calls to the customers in those 6 counties. So last night we started contacting those customers to give them a heads up of the potential for this. We followed that up again today. Plus, we're using this opportunity with you to tell our customers to take precautions because they can expect their power to be out. And so we're directing them to our website. And to that point, just thank you for helping us get the word out to our customers.
With these 6 counties, I mean, big areas, are there specifics at all on boundaries or anything? We've had a lot of questions about that.
Yeah, and I think our teams are working to provide maps that will provide you a greater level of specificity of where in those 6 counties customers are going to be impacted. So I can't tell you like right now, but we're working to get a map that will give you a more precise location of where we can expect the outages to occur. The bulk of them are going to be in Boulder, and the customers that are impacted have gotten outbound calls, so they are aware of whether they will or will not be impacted.
And I saw on the outage map that there's already outages happening. Do you know if these are planned or if they're from damage that we're seeing from the wind already?
So the proactive de-energization won't occur until about 3 o'clock today, but we have been operating our system with wildfire safety settings, and so that's something that we've been doing for the last several weeks. When we experience high winds, we've disabled the reclosing on our lines, and so some of those outages may be attributable to that, and some of those outages may be attributable just to the normal operation of the system. And that's a good point. Customers can always check our website, and we have an outage map that they can go to determine whether they are a part of that outage or not.
Are these distribution lines or transmission lines?
It's primarily distribution lines.
So it's going to be a one outage map showing everything with the new stuff going on today, or is that going to be a separate new map that you're creating?
So if we have a separate landing page attributable to the public safety power shutoffs, but then we have our ordinary outage maps that customers can always go to and find out about outages.
So this is going to be a new map today for specifically this event?
Well, we have a separate landing page for this event, yes.
This will be available on like an app as well. So if people are without power, then they're probably not going to be able to turn on their computer.
We do have our app that folks can download as well and have on their phones.
And these maps will be out there.
Yes.
Visual on that app.
Go ahead. Sure. No. Did being accused of having a hand in the Marshall Fire have anything to do with this decision?
So we continue to maintain that our equipment did not start the Marshall Fire. And so what we're really focused on is the fact that we see these record-setting winds of potentially up to 100 miles an hour. And that's why we're doing what we're doing today, is to make sure that we're protecting public safety based upon the conditions that we find today.
Do you have any idea when fire will be back on?
So we expect this wind event to start around 3 o'clock today. National Weather Service tells us that it will persist through about noon tomorrow. That's when the wind event will end. We will then have to send crews out to actually visually inspect the lines. As you might imagine, if there's damage to a line caused by the high winds, we can't re-energize that line until we physically put our eyes on it to make sure that it's safe to re-energize. So we'll have 40 plus crews that are being pre-staged so that they can immediately start physically patrolling the lines, and then restoration will happen sometime after that.
What suggestions do you have for people who live in those areas that will be impacted? Should they get a hotel or should they leave the area?
So we've, as a part of our outreach to our customers and a part of what's on our website, we've provided a whole host of tips that customers can take in preparation. For customers that need immediate help, we're directing them to call 911.
Is there any communication or collaboration with local fire departments or PD talking about what lines they've been cutting or stuff like that?
So we have been in contact with the emergency management services in all 6 counties and the state emergency management offices. And so we've been in very close contact with the governor's office, with EMS and emergency management offices to coordinate with them. So they're very well aware of what we're doing. And so they've been excellent partners with us and we with them to make sure that we're getting the message out to our customers, their constituents.
Can you state again just, why you guys decided to take action and do something like this?
Yeah, so the...
Scoot over just a tad.
Sure.
Yeah.
How's that?
Sorry about that. Yeah.
So again, as you can probably see around you, we're out here right now and we are expecting potentially record-setting winds of up to 100 miles an hour. Those are extraordinary winds, and we're doing this as a measure to protect the public and public safety.
To that end, if you didn't do this, what are the potential dangers that could come about? What could happen if you didn't do this?
With record-setting winds of potentially up to 100 miles an hour, you could see vegetation, branches falling into our power lines and an energized power line falling to the ground. With exceptionally dry conditions coupled with those high winds, that could lead to an ignition. So this is an effort to minimize the risk of that happening and to protect the public safety.
Is there precedent for this?
So yes, there is. We have done this, and we operate in 8 states, as you might know. This is the first time we're doing it in Colorado, but we have done this in other states in which we operate. And this is increasingly becoming a tool that the industry is using. So we know other states have done proactive de-energizations as well.
Anything else you want to say before we wrap up?
I will say again to you all, thank you for being here to help us get the word out to our customers. And I want our customers to know that we recognize that this is potentially a challenge and a hardship, but that we're doing this in the interest of protecting the public safety. So we thank and appreciate our customers for their understanding and their patience. Thank you all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.